hunger is upon me and I must feed.
Stand thy ground.
No, 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 no.
Stand thy ground.
Can't believe that. Right. Okay. Lucky, really, that it's happening now. I'm screwing up my clicking. Right. Okay, so this is where... Yeah. This was the one that was suspiciously empty. Okay. Just realised I shouldn't have sold that armour. Never mind. I've got enough money at the minute, so yeah, all good. I'm pretty sure. Pallet clothing? Well, it's better than nothing. Woohoo! Okay. Let's go talk to this big lump.
Hold. What manner of Cainite have they imprisoned here? He seems more animal than man.
Thou hast saved Eric of Clan Gangrel. According to the ancient Cainite law, I owe thee a life boon. I shall accompany thee and protect thee until such time as I discharge my debt.
Thou speaks with honor.
Thy providential attack did interrupt the wicked sorcerer Ardan as he began a conjuration to twist me into a mindless gargoyle. At the sound of thy coming, the Tremere snake slithered into the chambers below. I am thine to command. After I have felt the Tremere's shriveled heart burst between my jaws.
Thou mayst tear the warlock's heart from his chest only after I have pried truthful answers from his mouth. Now let us go.
Aha! This is Eric of Clan Gangrel. It's not much, but it'll do. The Gangrel are awesome. They're a strange breed of Cainite, they really are. But absolutely brilliant. They're the only ones who have an alliance with the lupines. That's the word. The werewolves. The moon beasts do not hurt them. It's probably because they're more sort of like the traditional. They're just almost like the werewolves as werewolves are. You know, they're more beast than most of the other Cainites. They have sort of nature-based, animalistic-based powers. That's their major thing. They are quite a potent combination. What are you on with at the moment? You're on with a Warhammer, aren't you, Eric? 55 bashing, 45 lethal. That's right, there you go, have that as well. Add that to your pool. Oh, forgot you've got that as well, haven't you? Might as well have that. Xeni's almost done already, look. Woo! Okay. The big Gangrel. Very useful ally. We'll have a quick look. There's Eric the Gangrel. 7th generation. Very strong, but not really much good at anything else. But, hey. It's just the way he is. Oh, look at Eric's doggy. Hello, doggy. Yeah, Eric has the ability to summon, animals. I'll quickly go through his abilities actually while I'm here. Shut up. Right. Just blood healing and feed. Feral whispers in this target animal to your aid, so then like rats and things like that can bring them to me. Beckoning summons the wolf. Fortitude. And he has Earth Meld, which quickly show you. Allows me to rest. So basically I can just vanish, let things wander over me and then come up behind them. It's quite useful. And now we have 4. And this is Ardan.
Do not attack me. I shall give thee all thy desires.
Hold, Ardan. I am Christoph Romuald of Clan Bruja. Where is Aneska?
Welcome, Christoph Romuald. Ah, yes. An intriguing woman came unto me. A nun she was, and she was my first nun. That is, she was the first nun who ever came seeking me. Aneska, her name. She sought the lore of the kindred. She sought our secrets. And she sought to learn of thee, Christoph. I was intrigued with such audacity.
Come to the point, Magus.
She seemed to have no fear. No fear at all. I was dumbstruck. She seemed possessed of the courage of 100 warriors, yet I could smell her fear. Well aware she was of the risk she ran. Was she filled with arrogant self-righteousness? No. She knew her God would not protect her from my hunger. Did she seek martyrdom? No. She clearly clung to her life and lived life with a passion I had not seen before in a nun. Was she mad? Or a mere fool? No. Behind her quiet words, there lurked a cunning mind. She was... I did not know what she was. And in not knowing, I was intrigued. Intrigued and, strangely, drawn to her.
I care not for thy loathsome appetites, Ardan. What became of her?
And she was quite beautiful. Didst thou know? Couldst thou see that behind her wimple, that her hair was long and auburn? Couldst thou see that beneath the shapeless folds of her robe, that she possessed a body as achingly beautiful as any odalisque? Truly, she chose the wrong profession to make the best use of the gifts God had bestowed upon her. In defiance of heaven, she had buried her talents in the field of the holy orders. Her beauty transfixed me, just as her courage thrilled me. I had never met a woman like her, and I shall never again. I had to have her. I had to make her my own child.
If thou dare to defile her in such a way, I swear I will burn thee to ash an inch at a time.
Thou might show more charity to the only one who can find her.
He baits thee, Christoph, and dawdles for some treacherous purpose. Pray, let me kill him!
Ardan, if thou dost fail to tell me where she is with thy next breath, Eric will behead thee before thou draw breath again.
I know not! I touched her not, but merely sent her away to the Tzimitzi.
Dost thou take me for a fool? Why wouldst thou send one thou lusted for to thy hated enemy?
My sire would not allow me another child, and I dared not defy him. But I could not bear the thought of another embracing her. So I sent her to the Tzimitzi. They are the only clan that would have no use for one such as she, so I could be sure they would not embrace her. They would simply kill her, thinking her a part of some Tremere scheme.
Devil-tongued fiend! Thou hast sent her to her death! Die!
Wait! She did return from the Tzimitzi.
What?
Liar! The Tzimitzi would have killed her.
Peace! Let him speak.
I asked her how she survived, and she said, her faith sustains her in all things. She even thanked me for sending her to the Tzimitzi. Ah, a most remarkable woman. My spies did tell of a premise revenant that did cower before the pure light of her faith, and sobbing like a child, whispered to her of Golconda.
Golconda? What is that?
The belief that a vampire can be redeemed, cured of the blood of Cain. 'Tis but a legend, and no more, told to give comfort to weak-willed canines. Yet no one knows more of Golconda than the great Tremere master, Atreus. She said she would go to him in his chantry in Vienna. She even asked to ride to Vienna in our October caravan of slaves. What a woman!
Where is she? Tell me, or I will split thee in twain.
I delivered her to the Ventru caravan driver, Orsi, and they left 3 days ago for Vienna.
Dog! Thou hast enslaved her.
Ha! Master Atreus will take great delight in her. And now I have finished casting the spell that will destroy thee, thou love-struck clotpole.
Ardan, I will slay thee if it is my last act on earth.
Richard won't be. Let's have him.
Verena will rejoice in our victory. Come, we return to the university in triumph.
Very well. But then I shall go to Vienna and reclaim fair Aneska from these cursed warlocks.
Right. Aha, all specs. See, now I can do it. Heightened senses. It has its uses. Blood rage. But for the moment, let's put our manipulation up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's that one. Now, Serena needs torch, fireball. Those two are too handy. And let's put her intelligence up. Eric. There we go.
I must take my leave of this city. I am sure the Tremere hold Aneska in their Vienna chantry. I can no longer continue here while she remains in danger.
Ardan was a consummate deceiver. The Tremere have gathered fearsome power in Vienna, and we are not ready for bloody battle with the usurpers. They invited thee to play a sinister game. They know that one day we will have to attack their Vienna chantry, and so they desire to force our hand before we are ready. I shall not be tricked. Only after we have gathered the other clans in alliance may we contemplate a strike against them. We will not venture into so palpable a trap.
But Aneska will die.
Many have died in the Elder Wars, and many more will die ere Gehenna comes. But fewer will die if we bide our time, and heed not the trickery of the Tremere.
But I cannot simply abandon Aneska to those fiends.
Thou canst and thou must. Thy claim upon her is born in weak-kneed, mortal sentiment. Release such frailties, and spare thyself further wretchedness. We cut our ties to mortals when first we received the blessing of Allfather Cain. Thou hast been reborn in blood, cleansed of mortal claims. Thou art exalted. Thou art immortal. Thou art finally free!
I thought we Prometheans respect the mortals.
For a bumpkin of a holy warrior, thou dost reason like a Greek sage. Aye, we respect mortal men, but we do not seek kinship with the current breed. For lo these many generations, mortals have been cowed by the cleverness of the Incarnu, their faculties o'erthrown by scheming mages, and their wisdom tainted by demons. The little nobility left in them is tainted by corrupt rulers and priests. The mortals of Carthage were worthy companions. Their base progeny are not worth the spilling of the blood of immortals.
Aneska is as noble a woman as any in Carthage. We must rescue her.
Brazen brat! Thou hast earned no such right! Even faithful Wilhelm would quake in fear before making such a selfish request.
Perhaps, but I make it all the same.
Mayhap in a generation or two, thou shalt be deemed worthy of making such a request.
In a generation or two, she will die an old woman, even if she survives the Tzimisce.
Then let her die! She chose her path, not thee! She chose to enter the world of vampires. Thou canst not save the foolhardy from their own reckless ways. Remember, like Cain, we are not our brother's keepers.
I dragged her down in this vile pit, and I will draw her back again.
I forbid it! Tread lightly, lest thou arouse my anger and provoke my powers upon thee.
Do as thou must, but I must rescue her. I know not the fate of my soul, only the state of my heart.
Very well. I see thy heart is fixed upon this course, and thou wilt not be denied. Go if thou wilt. Shouldst thou survive the Tremere trap, remember well this freedom I have bestowed upon thee. But I shall not attend this fool's errand. Only a Malkavian would follow thee.
Then call me a moon-mad child of Malkav, for I shall go.
Willem, thou art true a friend as any in God's kingdom.
A true fool. Mayhap I shall yet see this god of whom thou art overmuch fond.
Or mayhap we shall tear the foul halls of the Tremere down around their scabrous ears, and bring the black heart of their sire to a Katerina to wear as a charm.
Wilhelm, thou art mad! 2 Cainites cannot survive the house to Hexy.
Not 2, 3 shall go. Though I have no wish to see the inside of another Tremere chantry, I shall discharge my life boon by accompanying the brave Bruja who pried open the jaws of the Tremere trap and released poor Eric.
Where Kristoff goes, Serena goes. Mayhap 4 shall prevail where 1 cannot.
Mayhap I shall have to replace 4 Prometheans.
Come, we leave for Vienna.
Yay! Time to go.
This means traveling through the Bohemian forest. It is beset with werewolves, mortal enemies of our kind. Few Cainites survive the road.
There will be no trouble with the moon beasts while I am near. My clan has made peace with these creatures. We will have safe passage through the forest.
Very well. Let us leave by the east gate.
It's always useful having a gangrel with you. I like the gangrel. Okay. That was quick, but welcome to Prague. This is the desecrated church. Like I said, this is the desecrated church, and let's pull this lever. Down we go. New Haven. Everything's already come across. That's translucent, I don't know why. Still heightened senses. Everything else is here. We've got beds. Don't know why we've got beds. We've got a nice healthy coffin. So can we upgrade anybody else? Anyway, a little bit. Stamina for Wilhelm. One more intelligence for Serena. Nothing for Eric. Okay. So first order of business. Get into Prague. I'm not sure how many hours Serena got through. A few. How many more? She's still got 18 left there. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's set that off you for the minute. Let's give that the Wilhelm. Let's take your Warhammer for the minute. You never know, we might find something better. Right, here we go. If not, I'll give it him back. The Outer Strat. Yeah, this place is a very different. It's basically made of the outer and the inner streets. Got the desecrated church there. This is the Holster Hex, which is a big old place which I don't really want to go to just yet. Pretty sure that's it there, the Eastern Ring of Straza. Nope. Aha, this is the bar. But first of all, this is the Order of Hermes.
Another Tremere.
Nay, he is mortal. I can smell it.
Aye, not Tremere, but a mortal mage of the Order that splintered into the Tremere. He may be useful.
Hail to thee, mage. I am Christoph of Clan Bruja.
Hail to thee. I am Orvis, mage of the Hermetic Order.
Order of Hermes. Okay, so I need 2 bottles of Vitae and that's it, I think. 1, 2. I'll give you that in exchange. A couple of rings if you want them. And a necklace around my neck. Oh. Okay.
Godspeed thee.
Eric, have that and that. Oh, while I'm here as well. So I need 2 for Eric again, 4 for me. Okay.
Be most welcome. Godspeed thee.
Let's give it back to Eric. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4 for me. Is he sending blood pouches?
Welcome.
Balls, bloodstones. Well, if he's not yet. Okay. There is another thing you can pick up, which is a bottle of Vitae, a bag of Vitae even. Basically, it's 5 hits, 5 bottles in one. Very useful. Yeah, for some reason the music's not on. I turned it off, I know that, but it's everywhere else is working. Better turn it back on. Sound. Let's turn the music up a little bit. There we go.
We are looking for a Ventru named Orsi. Canst thou tell us where we may find him?
Come to his mansion in the Western Ringstrasse. Tonight there's a feast in honor of the new solstice. Here's an invitation on the finest virgin skin parchment.
I like not this talk of the skin of virgins.
That's the invitation to Orsi's party.
To my many, many, many dear friends. I would be honored beyond all telling should thou see fit to grace my exquisite mansion in the Western Ringstrasse with the most splendid presents. We shall celebrate the upcoming solstice and the splendor of trade and foreign lands that hath so enriched Vienna. Come, sample the finest drink in the land. I have the reddest of reds, and the sweetest of nectars for thy refined palates. Orsi, the magnificent.
Oh dear, Orsi. Did the barkeeper give me anything?
Speak up, stranger. Dost thou crave wine, ale, or spirits?
None. Let's tramp sleep on the floor. Okay, so we've got someone who obviously thinks far too much of himself to talk to. Uniform. I've Count Orsi. So you've got guards here, they're a bit more heavily equipped than your normal. That's the way to the southern Ringstrasse, that is the Halster Hex, I believe. This is the smithy.
We are welcome in the weapon shop of Friedrich von Zwetter. There are no finer weapons in all Vienna than are herein.
We seek mended armor.
Thou hast an impoverished look, and the demeanor of outlanders. Hast thou coin to pay?
If such uncharitable suspicion is the custom of the land, I am glad to be an outlander.
We are merely weary and dusty from the road. We can pay our way.
We can pay in gold or in blood. The choice is thine, von Sweeter.
Yes. How may I be of service?
Okay, first things first, let's see what can we get. We can get different mail, always useful, studded leather. Heavy gauntlets available as well now. Full helms. Okay, so first things first. Footman's shield, that's what I'm using. Don't need any stats for that. I could use that and give that to you. No, she's not using it anymore. Okay, right. Blessed scale mail. The Berserker axe. Could he use that? Wouldn't really want him to. Okay. Fine flamberge. 45, same as the one I'm carrying. Not quite as good. Gauntlets of strength, blessed spike mace. Okay, so I haven't got anything I really want here. Okay, exquisite warhammer. 55, 65. Does he have anything slightly better? Exquisite greatsword, that's what Warhammer's using. So I could use that. I definitely want one of them. Okay. Yeah, let's go for the exquisite greatsword. Let's offload that. Offload that. Offload that, offload that, offload that. Anything else? Anyone else is carrying? Yeah, Wilhelm. Okay, so now I just need.
Farewell.
So that's me. Give that and that to the big gangrel. There he is. Now he's finally wearing some clothes. That'll stop me from being bitten.
Greetings.
Okay, I think that'll do for neck guard. Maybe yes, but one more neck guard. You can Bennett. Right, okay.
Fare thee well.
There we go. 2 neck guards. Try and stop us from being savaged. Okay. Turn to Count Orsi's party in Silvester Ringstrasse.
This must be the house of Count Orsi, the slave master.
All the fops, bootlicks, and toadies in Vienna are here assembled.
He's not wrong there either. Right, let's get up here.
Stand thy ground.
You may have noticed that the guards around here wear a hell of a lot thicker armor than I'm used to as well. Okay. Zil, Kazi, and Teta.
Ah, welcome, Canaanites. I see thou hast met my children. This is Kazi, Teta, and Zil, the most beautiful daughters of Cain thou shalt ever meet. Unfortunately, Teta and Zil lost the ability to speak during their mortal lives. I found them in servitude to a rather harsh master that saw to it to remove their tongues. He was dealt with in a fitting fashion, eh, say my darlings? Don't worry. Kazi is happy to speak for the three of them now.
We come seeking Bruja taken as slaves from Prague, a mortal woman among them.
Slaves? Oh, yes. The slave business has been so very delicious. Duke Leopold needed a force to beat back the Semice, and lo, the Tremere appeared as if by divine providence. The Tremere and Semice battle each other with surpassing fury, and I, humble Ventru that I am, I profit from the selling of slaves to both clans. The Duke and I shall ensure that the Tremere win the war, but only after I have collected much treasure from the carnage. Then shall we destroy the wounded Tremere as punishment for the blasphemy they committed upon the antediluvian salute.
Tell us of the October shipment from Prague.
Dost thou think me a fool, that I will give away that which thou wilt purchase? Presumptuous bumpkin! Shouldst thou wish to know of thy allies, thou shalt perform a mission for me.
Or we shall slice thy head halfway off thy neck. Then shalt thou beg to tell of our allies.
The Duke himself protecteth my haven. Attack me, and thou shalt suffer the most grievous retribution, and thou shalt never find thy wayward slaves. Now, enough of such talk. It is business that we have to discuss, no more. Come to my study, where we may discuss this further. Mayhap thou shalt find some delicious morsels to refresh thee. Pray, sup with me. I trust that thou wilt find these hors d'oeuvres to thy liking. If they are not pleasing to the taste, we shall have them flogged.
State thy business, Orsi.
Well, I can see thou hast no courtly manners in thee, bumpkin. Listen well. The Tremere have clapped their slaves away in the Tremere Chantry, die Haus der Hexe, the most protected haven in Vienna. So, do not think to try to kill me to gain them. They are quite beyond my power. Only Duke Leopold could convince the Tremere to give up their slaves. The Duke is responsible for allowing the Tremere to lodge in Vienna, so the Tremere do his bidding. Assist my ally, the Duke, and he will owe thee a boon.
What does the Duke wish?
The end to the reign of the pestilential vampire priest Luther Black. Years ago, Luther was but a mortal priest of Stephanston Church. A wayward La Sombra sought to rule Vienna by controlling the church, and dared to embrace Luther. We sent the sire to hell, but Luther locked himself away from the outside world. He hath retained a pitiable hold on the faith he had in life, and sleeps by day upon a cross of pure silver. Quite uncomfortable, I assume, but he fancies himself a martyr. The Duke has been unable to remove this blasphemous member of the Shadow Clan, since Luther is ensconced within a ring of holy ground.
Then how do we find him?
Better to ask how to bind him. Thou cannot destroy him? The priest has strange powers beyond thy ken, but thou can restrain him. Here are chains even Luther Black cannot break. I am a master of metalwork, and I have forged these shackles from a new, unbreakable alloy. Thou mayst find them useful, and more reliable than the magic's in thy blood. Destroy Luther Black, and the Duke will retrieve thy slaves. Not to my liking, I'm afraid. I prefer blood of a nobler sort. 'Tis my only vice.
Enough of this dainty preening and strutting. How do we reach the La Sombra?
Refinement is wasted on lumbering brutes such as thee. There will come a time when boorish churls are put in their place. Thou shalt find a concealed entrance to the church. Behind our famous astrological clock in the inner strat is a hidden passage. Enter by night and wait inside for daylight, and thou mayst steal into the inner haven undetected.
We shall undertake thy mission.
Good. Now get thee hence.
Don't know why they put in there the thing about this. The group is too stunned to notice it's a man in the bar. Yeah, I noticed.
So, Christoph has not yet perished at the hands of the vampire priest. The deadly nature of thy mission inflames my sister Tata, and my sister Zil entreats me tell thee that she too is filled with lust for thee. She cannot resist the charms of an immortal so close to death's door.
Tarts. Right. Let's get out. Alright, we're gonna go kill Luther. The other thing I want to do quick is walk the abyss instead of clarity. Okay, so this is the inner side. There's a house that you have to go in around here somewhere. I can't remember where it is. Okay, and up we go. And out the window. Now up on the roof. And conveniently someone's already built stairs all over the place for me. Right. Creeping around. Yeah, the La Sombra are... they're a very strange clan. Can't remember too much about them, but they were... I know they're the ones who don't cause reflections. Yeah, if I recall, the La Sombra are kind of like the Ventrue, but they're more subtle. I think they're kind of like the mirror image of them, but they're a lot more subtle. And they don't cast reflections in mirrors. That's one of their quirks.
thy wrath. Stand thy ground.
Come hither and hear the sweet sound of my swords.
There we go. Whoa, okay.
Stand thy ground. I do withdraw.
I stand.
I shall depart.
I hold.
Right, if we tread in the sunlight, obviously we burn. And that obviously we do not want. This place is an absolute nightmare. There are areas where you can't avoid it. But others where indeed you can. Ah!
Son that murder me.
Too close.
Bring the battle to our foe.
Somber ghoul. Die ghoul. Okay, get
Let
back
us
to that.
depart.
Nothing dropped. Okay. Nothing over there. Go home, your turn. This is what this mission is, basically. It's all creeping about in the sun.
Bring the battle to our foe.
To the abyss with thee.
I salute thee, O worthy opponent. And I thank thee for that.
Stand thy ground. Stand thy ground.
Whoa, don't know what happened there. That was not good.
Stand and deliver. Come hither and
loose thy wrath.
my sword. Stand and
Let
deliver.
us depart.
There we go. Eric's still stood back there.
Stand and deliver. Come hither and hear the sweet sound my sword sings. Come hither and hear the sweet sound my sword sings.
There we go. Couldn't do it real harm as well. Get some more veto into him.
You done.
Come on, Eric. This is one of the more annoying bits. Okay. Oh. So we're gonna, I mean, no matter what you do in this level, you're gonna get burned up at some point, so you just gotta try and avoid it where you can. Okay. Now, we can't go that way, you should try and go through there at the moment, you're just gonna get battered by the big hammer. So, we come up here. Like that. That's Golving. And we're gonna head down the stairs. To the big old chest. It's empty. Bloody typical. That we want. Ooh. Time to dominate. Okay. I get that shield. I think it's a thermal shield, but we'll get Serena to have a quick look. Insulate shield. Slightly better than what I'm using, so we'll update that. Okay, now we need to... Ha! Now just gotta wait until the form wears off. There we go. Go home, you next. Eric. I think Eric's a Scotsman. Just the way he presents, I think he's sort of a stereotypical Scotsman. Okay. Okay, now I remember this bit. Right, okay, so we want to go this way. Stay in the shadow. Because this way leads to that area anyway.
Follow my lead. Stand thy ground.
There we go, dead gulp.
Stand and deliver, deliver. Come hither and hear Come hither and hear Find a foe.
Oh.
Come hither and hear the sweet Come hither and hear the sweet Come hither and hear the sweet
Nope. There we go, now we're going to use that.
I am weak with lack of precious blood.
I don't believe I died then. Oh well. Am I right? Crystal's back on his feet. No harm done in the end. We've got here necklace, onyx ring, and a flambeauge. Very nice. Okay, let's give that to you. Ooh. Follow the beast. And a skull of awaken back. Woohoo! Okay.
Stand thy ground. To the abyss with
Stand and deliver. Stand and deliver.
Stand thy ground.
Come hither and hear the sweet sound and deliver.
Stand thy ground. Stand thy ground.
I shall let thee flee with thy life intact. Stand and deliver.
Let's get up.
Thy life intact.
Hate it. Undone murder me.
Pain in the ass. Can't believe I got stuck then. Right, okay, let's get out of here. That was really stupid as well. Eric could have easily have died then. Torpilled anyway. Been knocked out. And of course his healing isn't as good as the others.